Hello, thank you for watching today's video for Edge on Site version 1.3 release notes coming January 30th, 2020. So I'm going to start on the administrative portal and show you some of the things that we've recently added. So from your administrative portal, you can now set a reference number and make it a requirement for all projects going forward that are either reconfigured or configured. Setting the reference number will allow the estimating edge to view each project individually for invoicing. To do that, simply add the reference number below the name through the configure or reconfigure. Then we've added project level permission control. To access the project level permissions, I can simply come into a given project, and below the hourly analysis, I have my project personnel. To add project personnel, simply click the add at the top right. Then you can select any of the names that are already set up in your company's administrative portal users. You can also set titles. Titles are managed to the title manager for Edge on Site. Once an individual is set to the project personnel, that individual will be the one that is able to see that project in the iPad once they log in. Any project personnel that you would wish to add, to view that on the iPad, simply do that through this area. If there are no project personnel assigned, anybody within your organization that has a login will then be able to see that project. All projects will be accessible through the administrative portal with no permission control. If they have permissions to be able to view the administrative portal set under their roles, they will then be able to log into the administrative portal. Next, we've added project level files. Previously, in other versions, you had to actually go into each individual page, right click, and add a file or note. Now you can do it at the project level simply by accessing the files manager that was just below the map that we had in our shortcuts. Here you simply click add, and then you can load any document or image that you had and just add a comment. Those comments will then be viewable through the portal and through the iPad itself. We've also introduced a bulk hours upload. This has to be enabled on the estimating edge side. So if you're interested in uploading this or uploading your hours into Edge on Site through a CSV file, just go ahead and contact us and we can go ahead and activate that setting for you. Simply download the templated file that we have here and then upload it once it's complete. To give you an idea of what that looks like, I'll go ahead and pull that open for you. Now you're going to want to go ahead and just add in the project reference number that I indicated earlier, the cost code numbers, the cost code description, the shift date, and the total amount of time that you have in hours. It'll automatically apply it to all the tables that we have within the labor screen itself. Next, I'm going to shift over to the iPad and iPhone. Some of the functionality that we've added on the iPad is the files. So as the files are created in the project, you're going to be able to see those here. Now, if it is still set at the old way, you'll see what page those files are indicated on. To access any of those files here, all you have to do is click on one of those, and it's going to go ahead and pull that image for you. Something else that we've introduced is going to be purchase requests. So by accessing the materials down at the bottom right-hand side, it's going to bring you into the material screen. From here, there's an icon up at the top right-hand side. If I select that, it's going to ask me if I would like to initiate a purchase request. If yes, I can just simply hit continue. From there, all I have to do is touch any of the materials along the left-hand side and it'll add it to the list. I can then control either the description and or price, also the number of units to order. If I select the description, I can then modify this and it's going to update that. I can also indicate if I want to change the price. Now everything is going to be defaulted as it came over from the estimate. So my units to order, I'll go ahead and include that and include that, and it's going to go ahead and update my price down here at the bottom. So this is with the information that I have from the estimate or any modifications that I've made. From then at the right hand side, I want to hit generate, and it's going to go ahead and build a PDF for me. Once I submit this, it's going to do two things. So it's going to automatically generate an email for me to send, and I'm going to be the person that email will go to. I can go ahead and modify that so that you'll be able to view this through the email. Now, once that is done, if I want, I can also view this within my files. So it's automatically going to create a PDF file that's going to store in that file system so that you now have a running record of what you actually included in these files that have been submitted. So there's the one that we had just worked on, and the information with the total here. So this is perfect if you just need to communicate information that you need using the estimate from the field to get a total list of materials requested for a given time. Now we've added some additional functionality into the iPhone as well. So before, the functionality that we had was very limited in scope. So we've gone ahead and moved over a lot of the interface that we had on the iPad previously, as well as giving you better access to the images that we have in here. So I can simply tap to expand on this, and now we have all the zooming functionality that you had from the iPad. Also, any notes or images that you have in here, those are now also going to be viewable at the page level. You also get the added effect of the purchase request now being available in here as well. Now the interface is slightly different on here. So here you go through the checkbox, add what you want to add. Once you hit that purchase request icon, it's going to go ahead and bring you over here, and then you can go ahead and do the exact same functionality that you had in the iPad, where you add the total quantity that you need and then generate your request. Now there's the documentation that I have. If I submit that, it's going to go ahead and use my email that I have loaded in here again. And I'm just going to cancel out of that and go back. And then my files are now off to the side. And here's the file that I have loaded in here. So your release for Edge On Site version 1.3 contains improvements to the administrator portal, iPad, as well as iPhone. I'll be doing a brief video on just the purchase request, going all the additional questions that I've received that will be included with this release. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Estimating Edge product team at product@estimatingedge.com. Thank you.